Hello and welcome to everyone. Yeah. And thanks for joining our continuing session of the worldwide group Green Tower practice. So my name is Tenzin Namjong, and I am very happy to see most of you who are continuing to come to these sessions. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules. So let's get right into it. And as you know, at the beginning of our practice, we should adjust our motivation to be as big and as expansive as possible. So please think in this way, thinking that the purpose of my life is to benefit all sentient beings. And therefore, in order that I may be able to lead all sentient beings from the oceans of samsaric suffering and lead them to the highest state of complete enlightenment, I need to perfect my mind. I need to traverse the path and become a fully enlightened Buddha. Then only then will I have the skills, the quality, the knowledge to guide sentient beings most effectively. And since the attainment of enlightenment is not without causes and conditions, then I am going to engage in this Tara practice here this evening or morning, as it were, in order that I can quickly perfect my mind, purify my mind of all the obscurations, and complete the accumulations of merit and transcendental wisdom. And then on a more, we can say, worldly level or more temporary level, since yes, ultimately we want to liberate sentient beings from all of samsara, but even before they're liberated, we don't want sentient beings to experience even the slightest suffering while they still are in samsara. So we're also doing this practice to quell the temporary conditions facing the world, that of disease, particularly the coronavirus, but more generally speaking, all the various types of disease that are afflicting sentient beings in this world. And then all the other problems that we see, the problems of war, especially in the Middle East, the problems of other natural disasters, the problems of poverty, and the various economic problems that many are facing. So also for sentient beings to be free of all these temporary problems and to have all the necessary conditions such they can sustain life and practice dharma, we're also going to engage in this Tara practice here. And then even more than that, then also to remove all the obstacles for our gurus, our holy gurus' long life, our holy gurus' good health, and for all of their activities to increase and for all their holy wishes to be spontaneously fulfilled, then we're also going to engage in this Tara practice here. Okay? So I will now share screen and yeah. Okay. You see? All right. So, in each of the sessions, I've been sort of emphasizing different things. So if you've joined us from the beginning, you should actually be quite expert at the Tara practice by now. So here, before we visualize our Tara, it's very auspicious to visualize all sentient beings in the space around us and think that we are leading them, as it were, in doing this practice. Okay. Above the crown of my head, I visualize a lotus and moon disc. Upon these is the treasury of compassion, Aryatara, mother of all enlightened beings, whose oneness with my kind root guru, My guru is seated in the full lotus posture within a transparent bubble of rainbow-colored light, is pink in complexion, and wears saffron robes and a pandit's hat. His right hand is at his heart in the gesture of teaching the Dharma, and holds a vajra and the stem of a white lotus that blooms beside his right ear. His left hand rests on his hip. It holds a bell and the stem of another white lotus that blooms beside his left ear. At my guru's heart is Aryatara in female aspect, green in color, and seated in a dancing posture within a rainbow bubble. Her left leg is bent up, and her right leg is outstretched. Her left hand is at her heart in the mudra, symbolizing the triple gem, and holding the stem of a blue utpali flower. Her right hand extended over her right knees in the mudra of grounding sublime realization. She is beautifully adorned with jeweled ornaments and scarves. At her three places bears the syllable Om Ahum. At her heart is a lotus and moon seat on which stands a radiant green syllable Tam. Rays of green light radiate in all directions from the Tam and invoke all the enlightened beings of the 10 directions. They are all absorbed into Aryatara and become one. So now here we pause to build up the visualization a bit more clear. And also, more important is we use this opportunity to meditate on Guru Yoga. Meaning to develop the firm conviction that our own Guru has all of the same enlightened qualities of all the Buddhas, including Aryatara, but is merely appearing in this ordinary aspect that we're able to see and able to interact with, able to receive teachings from. So this ordinary aspect, which I think many of you know, means our Guru is appearing in a way that shows mistakes. So at the very least, for example, His Holiness the Dalai Lama will show the aspect saying, "Oh, I don't know," or "I forget this." It was only, the Shakyamuni Buddha. You'll see in many sutras, Shakyamuni Buddha, he referred to himself as the Tathagata, and he showed the aspect of being completely enlightened to the disciples at that time. But, as we talked about before, beings like ourselves did not have the merit, did not have the good karma to meet with such an exalted appearance of the Buddhas, but rather, according to our lesser merit, then we're only able to see the Buddha in the ordinary aspect. Nonetheless, since the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are guiding and trying to liberate all sentient beings, it's certain that we are also, right now, being guided by the Buddhas. And so how are the Buddhas enacting that? By appearing in this form that we can see, the form of our Guru. So the significance of having Aryatara at the Guru's heart, and then this light rays reading out in the 10 directions, and inviting back all the Buddhas, all the enlightened beings of the 10 directions that absorb into Aryatara's heart, then this significance is that our Guru is inseparable from Aryatara and has all the enlightened qualities of all the Buddhas in the 10 directions. Now remembering the qualities and the kindness of our Guru, then we make a heartfelt prayer. Please remain above my head until I receive enlightenment. And think that the Guru accepts your request. So now we do the refuge in bodhicitta. Again, not just mouthing the words, but to remember the qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and aspiring to achieve those qualities within our own mental continuum. And in order to do that, we're going to practice the Dharma as the Buddha taught. And we're going to dedicate our practice to the achievement of complete enlightenment. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, Dharma, and Supreme Assembly. By my merits of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my merits from giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my merit from giving and the other perfections, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. Okay, so now we do the 7-line prayer. First, the limb of prostration. With my body, speech, and mind, I devoutly prostrate. And so now we will continue with the 21 Tara praises. Okay. So I mentioned this last time, but it's good to keep in mind. So, you know, chaksel, right, is the Tibetan word for prostrate. So you'll see at the beginning of every one of these stanzas, right, chaksel, right, jomanyama pamo, okay? So one etymology that I've heard from this is, you know, chak is the hand and sel is to seek. So, yeah, they translate it as prostration, but really what it means is we're seeking with a hand, seeking with our hands. And what are we seeking? We're seeking the enlightened qualities of our Atara. So, yes, there's a lot of Tibetan, and if you don't know Tibetan, you don't know exactly what all the words mean. But as we chant, especially because we're chanting in a language that many of us don't know very well, just think, you know, that you're making a request, that you're seeking all the enlightened qualities of our Atara, who is inseparable from your Guru, you know, and think that this chant of the 21 Tara praises is basically to request that all of those enlightened qualities can develop within us as soon as possible. Okay. O Potalai Nechone Tami Jangule Chuje Upamegi Ulagen Dusun Sange Chile Ma Joma Koje Sheksu So Lada Lame Chebengi Shaki Pemola Tede Pompa Kunle Josema Joma Yum La Cha Selo Onjetsuna Pama Joma La Chakse Chasa Joma Nyoma Pomu Cheni Keche Lodan Drama Jiten Sungu Chiki Shelgi Kesa Jewa Nini Joma Chase Dungi Dawa Kundu Kawa Gyani Shekpe Shelma Kama Topa Sopa Nangi Ratu Chewe Yorabama Chasa Senga Chene Kegi Peme Chani Namba Gyama Shenpa Sundu Kadu Shiwa Sepa Sinten Chuyo Nima Chase Deshen Shekpe Sudo Taye Namba Gyawa Chema Malu Paru Chenpa Tobe Gewe segi shindu dam, chasa tu darang hu yike, dedan chodan nam kakam, jiten tumbo shagi nende, lupa nepa kupa numa, chatse geche mela sambo, luna nanzo wanchu chema, chombo runa disa nanda, nechen sege dani dama, chatse cheche chadan peke, paru tu kora tu joma, Yega yoga shagi nende, leba drupa shindu bama, chase turi jiba jembo, dugi bawa namba joma, chuge shali toni bende, tawo malu, tamse malu sema, chase kongcho sunjan jagi, sono truka namba yema, malu chogi kolo gempe, rangi yugi soknam trukma, chasa ratu gawe jibe, yugi yugi trawa dama, shebara shitu tarai, duda jide wandu zama, chasa sashi kyonwe sokma, tamche gupa numa nima, chone yoa igi hungi, pompa tamche namba joma, chasa dawe dumbu uge, Kempa tamshe shindu bama, rebe tuba upa mele, takpa shindu ura zema, chase kebe tame meda, pare rewe yuna nema, yego yego kone gorge, chayi pungni namba joma, chase sashi ngala chage, tingi nungi shage duma, chone tsenze yigi hungi, rimbo dumbo nani gema, Chasa dhamma gamma shima, ngayen de chul nima, soho ayanda ayanda dembe, dikpa chambo joma nima, chasa kune gora gawe, chai lue nampa gamma, yige chube nga yikube, rikpa hune joma nima, chasa duri shani debe, honge nange sabe nima, rira mandara dambije, Jiten soya noya nima, chasa lai soya nampe, rira chana nazi nama, tara niji begi yeke, dukna malu pani sama, chasa lai soknam gyabo, lada miyam chi tema, kune gocha gawa jike, suda mila ngempa sama, chasa nima dawa gebe, cheni pola ura sama, Hara nije tutarai, shinto takporine selma, chase deni sunan kube, shivi tudayanda dema, duda gola nichin sona, jomba ture rachonima, sawe ngangi tupadida, chase wani nisusaji. And now we'll continue with the abbreviated praise. So again, Tara taught this abbreviated praise to Atisha Dipamkara, and it is said that the benefit of reciting this one verse, the abbreviated praise, is the same as reciting the entire 21 Tara praises. So very good to do. So we'll do 21 times. Onje tsuma pama joma la cha se lo cha se joma tare pamo tutara i jikun sama tuni dana da jete soha ike chera randu onje tsuma pama joma la cha se lo cha se joma tare pamo tutara i jikun sama tuni dana da jete soha ike chera randu Onje tsuma pama joma la cha se lo cha se joma tare pamo tutara i jikun sema tuni dana da je dema soa ike chera ra du onje tsuma pama joma la cha se lo cha se joma tare pamo tutara i jikun sema tuni dana da je dema soa ike chera ra du onje tsuma pama joma la cha se lo Chasa jama dare vamo, tudara ijikun sama, tude dana dajedam, soa yiki chara rabdu, onje tsima, pama jama la cha salo, Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu Onje Tsuma Pama Jamala Chazalo Chacha Jama Dareba Mo Tutara Jigazama Tune Dona Dajama Soa Ikijarara Bu. You guys have that memorized yet? Yes. One of our Dharma brothers, he recites 10 malas of that a day. Nice, right? Okay. So next, the Lama of offering. So now here, we will light some incense on behalf of all sentient beings. So I think we're offering this on behalf of all sentient beings. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. Okay. I offer all offerings, both real and imagined. So here we pause just briefly to meditate on extensive offerings, both real, means all the offerings here, all the offerings at the other centers, the other students' houses, and everything beautiful and unowned in the universe. We offer this not just once, but many times to all the technical directions, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, statues, stupa, and scriptures, all inseparable from our own root guru. And then we also make countless imagined offerings. So as much as you can visualize, filling the entire universe, all the 10 directions, all the various, as vast as space, we fill that entire space with the most extensive offerings. So everything that you can visualize to the best of your ability. So you can visualize, on every atom of the universe, is one wish-fulfilling jewel. Then as many atoms of the whole universe, there's that many wish-fulfilling jewels. The most precious material substance, we offer that on behalf of all sentient beings. And we can dedicate that all the material needs of sentient beings will always be taken care of, and there'll be no more poverty, no more economic problems, and no more famine, no more hunger, and all the conducive conditions, including medicines and ventilators, all the equipment that's needed to promote and sustain life, that is in abundance. All the medicines that are needed. So we also offer those to the 10 Direction Buddha Dhamma Sangha, statues, different scriptures, and several from our group. Okay, so now the limit of confession. All sins and offenses amassed from beginningless time, I confess. So again, it's very important, this phrase, beginningless time. So please try to be as complete as possible, even if you haven't done in this life, or haven't remembered. If you have done, then all the 5 uninterrupted negative karmas, killing father, mother, creating a schism in the Sangha, killing an arhat, or drawing blood from the Buddha with a malicious intent, then all the broken vows, the pratimoksha, the bodhisattva, tantric vows, all those times we have disobeyed or disrespected our guru, not followed the advice, or harmed the holy body, speech, or mind of our guru. Then, of course, the 10 non-virtues and so forth, all those negative actions. Seeing the faults as faults and making a firm determination not to engage in such behavior again, then we confess. Next, the limit of rejoicing. I rejoice in all virtuous actions of holy and ordinary beings. So here, rejoicing in virtue, seeing that virtuous actions are the cause of happiness and success all the way up until complete enlightenment. So since we want sentient beings to have happiness and success, then of course we want them to practice virtue. And then when we hear about them or think about them practicing virtue, that should bring great joy in our hearts, seeing that this is going to lead to good effects for them. So first rejoice for, all the virtue that you yourself have created, and then the other ordinary beings. So particularly, we can rejoice in the tremendous benefit and sacrifice that all the medical professionals are doing these days. Such unbelievable courage and dedication to help others. Putting their own lives on the line, as it were. So many of the medical professionals themselves, even with the protective equipment that they wear, many of them have gotten sick, many of them have died. So think how wonderful it is that these beings are working so hard to benefit others. And now we can rejoice in the merits of the the Arya beings, those who have directly realized emptiness, including all the Arhats, the Pratyeka Buddhas, and then the Bodhisattvas, the Arya Bodhisattvas, who have the mind of bodhicitta and combine that with the realization of emptiness, and therefore are traversing the bodhisattva grounds, on each subsequent ground, gaining more abilities to benefit sentient beings, more miraculous powers. So think how wonderful it is. And then, of course, the countless Buddhas who've traversed the path completely. How amazing it is that we have such examples. How amazing it is that they, taught this Dharma for us. How amazing it is that they now are able to offer so much benefit, not only to us, but all the sentient beings. So think how wonderful, how wonderful, how wonderful. Okay, so now requesting that our gurus and Buddhas remain. Well, gurus and Buddhas, please remain until samsara ends. So now we offer a throne. So like this, you see, with a double cross vajra. Okay, we offer that to our guru, and it dissolves, it absorbs into our gurus, and the guru accepts our request to remain. And turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. So there we visualize offering a golden Dhamma chakra. And our guru, also not just one, but countless Dhamma chakras we offer to our guru, which then gets absorbed into the guru, and the guru accepts our request. So we have here, we have these 8 auspicious symbols. So, the Dhamma chakra. All my virtues and those of all others I dedicate to the great enlightenment. So just a bit of advertising. So you see the depiction of the 8 auspicious symbols. So a few years ago, Lama Zopa Rinpoche had recommended that these be on display. And then there's also the 7 objects of the royal reign, or the 7 objects. Then we have them here. And then also when we do the offering practice, you can visualize that you're offering also these 8 auspicious symbols, and the 7 objects of the royal reign are actually so reign, R-E-I-G-N, not R-A-I-N. Okay. So this is actually in the mandala. So I'm reminded of this because we're about to do the mandala offering. So it's the precious queen, the precious horse, the precious elephant, the precious minister, and so forth. Okay. All right. Anyway, so now we can visualize all these things in our mandala offering. Basically, everything that's beautiful and precious in the universe. This ground, anointed with perfumes, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, full continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this is a Buddha field and offer it, and all living beings enjoy this pure land. The objects of my attachment, aversion, and ignorance, friends, enemies, and strangers, and my body, wealth, and enjoyments, without any sense of loss, I offer this collection. Please accept it with pleasure and bless me with freedom from the 3 poisons. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niratayami. So now we make a request to our Guru, inseparable from Arya Tara, at our crown. Please bless me to purify all obscurations of my body so that it will become one in essence with Guru Tara's holy Vajrabhati. The Guru accepts our request, and then white light emanates from the Om at Arya Tara's brow and curves in an arc to enter my brow. My body is purified completely of all obscurations. It becomes one in essence with Guru Tara's holy Vajrabhati. So now we request, please bless me to purify all obscurations of my speech, so that it will become one in essence with Guru Tara's holy Vajra speech. So now we visualize red light emanates from the Ah at Arya Tara's throat and curves in an arc to enter my throat. My speech is completely purified of all obscurations. It becomes one in essence with Guru Tara's holy Vajra speech. Next, please bless me to purify all obscurations of my mind. So we become one in essence with Guru Tara's holy Vajra mind. The Guru accepts our request. And then blue light emanates from the Hung and Arya Tara's heart and curves in an arc to enter my heart. My mind is purified of all obscurations and becomes one in essence with Guru Tara's holy Vajra mind. Please bless me to purify all delusions and subtle obscurations to omniscience, so that my body, speech, and mind will become one with Guru Tara's holy body, speech, and mind. Now the three colored beams emanate simultaneously from the Om, Ah, and Hum syllables, curving in an arc and entering my three places, completely purifying all my delusions and subtle obscurations to omniscience. My body, speech, and mind become one in essence with Guru Tara's holy body, holy speech, and holy mind. Then we meditate that my guru, my root guru, dissolves into Arya Tara, who melts into green light, which flows into me. Instantly, my wrong conception that I and other phenomena are self-existent, together with my dualistic mind and its views, disappear, becoming completely empty. Not even a trace of them remains. I concentrate one pointedly in this empty state with a wisdom that is indistinguishably one with Guru Tara's blissful omniscient mind. So here, as we've been doing, by now I've given quite some instruction on how to meditate at this point. So in any case, to the best of your ability, try to meditate on the ultimate nature of reality, emptiness, shunyata. So I'll just say this and then we can pause and meditate. I'll be quiet. But you see, when we say emptiness, then we have to keep in mind that emptiness does not mean nothingness, but rather emptiness is refuting a particular kind of existence, this true existence or inherent existence. So, although inherent existence does not exist at all, never has existed and never will exist in the future, by the refutation of inherent existence, then the conventional world, the conventional reality of pots and tables, chairs, cars, people, sentient beings, those do exist, right? And though we refute their ultimate existence, their true existence, then we don't we don't refute their existence, full stop. So they do exist, but they don't inherently exist. How then do they exist? They exist as being merely labeled by the mind, merely designated by the mind. But before we can realize that phenomena are merely labeled by the mind, this word merely labeled means, that it's not inherently existent. So in order to realize that phenomena are merely labeled by the mind, first we meditate. We have to realize that they don't exist inherently. So that's why, when we talk about the meditation, as beginners, all the phenomena that appear to our sense consciousness appear to be inherently existent. So in the Prasangika, Majjhimika school, then the gaccha, the object of negation, does appear to the sense consciousness. So as a way to get some taste, some experience of meditation on emptiness, then we can just analyze quickly the ordinary appearance to our sense consciousness, and then think, oh, these appearances are false. That's why they're like a dream, like a mirage. Because the things that appear to our sense consciousnesses, they appear to be truly existent, but in actuality, they lack that true existence. They are empty of that true existence. Okay. I concentrate one pointedly in this empty state with the wisdom that is indistinguishably one with Guru Tara's blissful, omniscient mind. Then out of that emptiness, my wisdom. Okay, so those of you with initiation, then you think like this, that out of that emptiness, my wisdom manifests instantly as Arya Tara's holy body. Okay, otherwise, then you can visualize Arya Tara in the space in front of you if you don't have the requisite initiation. Seated upon a lotus and moon cushion, at my heart is another lotus and moon, upon which in the center stands the syllable Tam, surrounded in a clockwise direction by the syllables of the mantra Om Taditu Taditu Soa. The Tam and the mantra are manifestations of Guru Tara's holy mind, with which my mind is totally united. Then green light radiates from all the letters, Spreading in every direction, it purifies the negative karma, gross delusions, and subtle obscurations to omniscience of all sentient beings who become Tara. Okay, so these next 3 paragraphs are 3 visualizations that we will alternate as we recite the mantra Om Tari Tari Turi Soha. Okay, so go at your own pace, and we'll, maybe about 6 minutes. Om Tari Tari Turi Soha, Om Tari Tari Turi Soha. Om Tari Tari Turi Soha. Om Tari Tari Turi Soha, Om Tari Tari Turi Soha. Om Tari Tari Turi Soha, Om Tari Tari Turi Soha. Om Tari Tari Turi Soha. Om Tari 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 Turi Soha. Om Tari Tari Turi Soha. So now just rest in that awareness that due to the power of having recited the mantra and the power of the purifying light rays and the blessings of all the Buddhas, that now Just as we visualize, all sentient beings are completely purified of all their negative karma and obscurations and have attained the state of our Tara's enlightenment, and also all the blessings of the Buddha's holy body, holy speech, and holy mind absorbed into you. Okay. So first the dedication here. May I quickly become Guru Arya Tara and lead each and every sentient being into her enlightened state because of these merits. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not yet arisen arise and grow. May that which has arisen not diminish but increase more and more. Okay, hold on. Oh. Okay. So now, I think many of you know, but every Saturday there has been this prayer-a-thon of the Tanton Gyalpo prayer, and so we just did a session a little while ago, but it goes on 24 hours a day every Saturday. So I thought we could recite this Tanton Gyalpo prayer, the prayer liberating Sakya from disease, as a means of dedicating our merit. Okay. So please also, you can follow along on the screen. And so since it's a dedication prayer, we can think due to all the 3-time merit accumulated by ourselves, as well as all the merit accumulated over 3 times by the numberless sentient beings and numberless Buddhas. May all the diseases at the side of the minds of sentient beings that result from karma and temporary conditions, such as the harms of Grara spirits, illnesses, and the bhutas, not occur in the realms of the world. May whatever sufferings there are from life-threatening diseases that, like a butcher leading an animal to be slaughtered, separate the body from the mind in a mere instant, not occur in the realms of the world. May all embodied beings be unharmed by acute, chronic, and other epidemic diseases, the mere sounds whose name terrify beings, as though they have been placed inside the mouth of Yama, the Lord of Death. May all embodied beings be unharmed by the 80,000 classes of interferers, the 360 evil spirits that harm suddenly, the 424 diseases, and so forth. May whatever sufferings are due to disturbances of the 4 elements, depriving the body and mind of every happiness, be totally pacified. And may the body and mind have radiance and power, and be endowed with long life, good health, and well-being. By the compassion of the Gurus and 3 jewels, by the power of the Dakinis, Dharma protectors, and guardians, and by the power of the truth of the infallibility of karma and its results, may all these dedications and prayers be fulfilled. Okay. So now let's continue with the King of Prayers. Ooh. So you should all have this. So I'm gonna, we're a little bit running out of time, so I'm gonna recite a bit quickly. So anyway, try to keep up.
I bow down.
I bow down.
Your lines and humans
gone to freedom in the present, past, and future.
In the world of the 10 dimensions.
Oh, someone has their microphone on. Oh, Cecilia. Oh, I thought it was you. I bow down to thee for Arya Manjushri. You lions among humans, gone to freedom in the past, present, and future. In the worlds of all 10 directions, to all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every atom are Buddhas and Buddhist atoms, each amidst a host of Bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. With infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of the Buddhas and celebrate all you gone to bliss. Beautiful flowers and regal garments, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense, I offer to you, victorious ones, fine dress and fragrant perfume, sandalwood powder heaped high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings in spectacular array, I offer to you, victorious ones, with transcendent offerings fearless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done, with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and confusion, all these I openly lay bare before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all the positive potential of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and 10 directions of solitary realizers, here so training of those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You who are the bright lights of the world, the 10 directions, who attain a Buddhist omniscience through the stages of awakening, all you who are my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request, you who may actualize parinirvana, please stay with us for eons as numberless atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara, whatever side positive potential I may have created. By paying homage, offering, and acknowledging my faults, rejoicing and requesting the Buddha stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for full awakening. May you Buddhas now living in the worlds of 10 directions and all you gone to freedom in the past accept my offerings. May those not yet arisen quickly perfect their minds, awakening as fully enlightened ones. May all worlds in 10 directions be entirely pure and vast. May they be filled with bodhisattvas gathered, surrounding Buddhas gathered beneath the Bodhi tree. May as many beings as exist in 10 directions be always well and happy. May all samsaric beings live in accord with the Dharma, and may their every Dharma wish be fulfilled. Remembering my past lives and all varieties of existence, may I practice the Bodhisattva way, and thus in each cycle of death, migration, and birth, may I always abandon the householder's life. Then, following the footsteps of all the Buddhas, and perfecting the practice of a Bodhisattva, may I always act without error or compromise, with ethical discipline, faultless and pure. May I teach the Dharma in the language of the gods, in every language of spirits and nagas, of humans and of demons, and in the voice of every form of being. May I be gentle-minded, cultivating 6 paramitas, and never forget bodhicitta. May I completely cleanse without omission every negativity on all that obscures his awakening mind. May I traverse all my lives in this world free of karma, afflictions, and interfering forces, just as the lotus blossom is undisturbed by the water's wave, just as the sun and moon move unhindered through the sky. May I ease suffering in lower realms and in the many directions and dimensions of the universe. May I guide all wonders and the pure bliss of awakening and be for the benefit of them as well. May I practice constantly for eons to come, perfecting the activities of awakening, act in harmony with the very dispositions of beings, showing the ways of Bodhisattva. May I always have the friendship of those whose path is like mine, and with body, words, and also mind, may we practice together the same aspirations and activities. May I always meet that spiritual mentor, never displease that extended friend who deeply wishes to help me and expertly teaches the Bodhisattva way. May I always directly see the Buddhas, master encircled by Bodhisattvas, and without pause or discouragement for eons to come, may I make extensive offerings to them. May I hold within me the Buddha's genuine Dharma, illuminate everywhere the teachings and awakening, embody the realizations of a Bodhisattva, and practice ardently in all future eons, while circling through all stages of existence. May I become an endless treasure of good qualities, skillful means, wisdom, samadhi, and liberating stabilizations, gathering limitless, pristine wisdom and positive potential. On one atom I shall see, Buddha fields on Buddha's atoms, inconceivable Buddhas among Bodhisattvas in every field, practicing the activities of awakening. Perceiving this in all directions, I dive into an ocean of Buddha fields, each an ocean of 3 times Buddhas in the space of a wisp of a hair, so I too will practice for an ocean of eons. Thus I'm continually immersed in the speech of the Buddhas, expression that reveals an ocean of qualities in one word, the completely pure eloquence of all the Buddhas, communication suited to the very tendencies of beings. With strength of understanding I plunge into the enlightened speech of the Dharma, of all Buddhas and 3 times gone to freedom who continue to turn the wheel of Dharma methods. I shall experience in one moment such vast activity of all future eons, and I'll enter into all eons of 3 times in but a fraction of a second. In one instant I shall see all those awakened being past, present, and future lying among humans, and with the power of the illusion-like stabilization, I will constantly engage in their inconceivable activity. I shall manifest upon one single atom the array of pure lands, present, past, and future. Likewise, I shall enter the array of pure Buddha fields in every direction without exception. I shall enter the very presence of all my guides, those light of this world who are yet to appear, those sequentially turning the wheels of complete awakening, those who reveal nirvana, final perfect peace. May I achieve the power of swift magical emanation, the power to lead to the great vehicle to every approach, the power of always beneficial activity, the power of love pervading all realms, the power of all surpassing positive potential, the power of supreme knowledge unobstructed by discrimination, and through the powers of wisdom, skillful means, and samadhi, may I achieve the power, perfect power of awakening, purifying the power of all contaminated actions, crushing the power of disturbing emotions at the root, diffusing the power of interfering forces. I shall perfect the power of the bodhisattva practice. May I purify an ocean of worlds, may I free an ocean of being, may I clearly see an ocean of Dharma, may I realize an ocean of pristine wisdom. May I purify an ocean of activities, may I fulfill an ocean of aspirations, may I make offerings to an ocean of Buddhas, may I practice without discouragement for an ocean of eons, to awaken fully through this bodhisattva way. I shall fill without exception all the diverse aspirations of the bodhisattva awakening practice of all Buddhas gone to freedom in 3 times everywhere, in order to practice exactly as the wise one called Samantabhadra, all embracing good, the other brother of sons and daughters of the Buddhas. I completely dedicate all this goodness. Likewise, may I dedicate just as skillful Samantabhadra with pure body, speech, and mind, pure action, and pure Buddha fields. I shall give rise to the aspirations of Manjushri for this bodhisattva practice of all embracing good, to perfect these practices without discouragement or pause in all future eons. May my pure activities be endless, my good qualities boundless, and through embodying an immeasurable activity, may I actualize infinite emanations. Limitless is the endless space light. Likewise, limitless are living beings. Thus, limitless are karma and afflictions. May my aspirations reach be limitless as well. One may offer to the Buddhas all wealth and adornments and infinite worlds of 10 directions, and one may offer during eons endless as atoms of the world, even the greatest happiness of gods and humans. But whoever hears the extraordinary aspiration and longing for highest awakening gave it rise to faith just once, creates far more precious positive potential. Those who make this heartfelt aspiration for the Bodhisattva way will be free of all lower rebirths, free of harmful companions, and will quickly see Amitabha infinite light. And even in this very human life, they'll be nourished by happiness and have all conducive circumstances. Without waiting long, they'll become just like Samantabhadra himself. Those who give voice to this extraordinary aspiration will quickly and completely purify the 5 boundless harmful actions created under the power of ignorance. Blessed with supreme knowledge, excellent body, family, attributes, and appearance, they will be invincible to vast interfering forces and misleading teachers, and all 3 worlds will make offering. Going quickly to the noble Bodhi tree, and sitting there to benefit sending beings, subduing all interfering forces, they will fully awaken and turn the great wheel of Dharma. Have no doubt that complete awakening is a fully ripened result, comprehended only by a Buddha, a fully aligned by teaching, reading, and reciting this aspiration of Bodhisattva practice. In order to strangers like to hear Manjushri and knows reality as is, just like Samantabhadra as well, I completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did. With that dedication, which praises the greatest by all the Buddhas gone to freedom 3 times, I too dedicate all my roots of goodness for the attainments of the Bodhisattva practice. When the moment of death arrives, by eliminating all obscurations and directly perceiving Amitabha, may I go immediately to Sukhavati, pure land of great joy. Having gone to Sukhavati, may I actualize the meaning of these aspirations, fulfilling all without exception for the benefit of beings for as long as this world endures. Born from the extremely beautiful spirit of lotus in the joyful land, the Buddha's magnificent mandala. May I receive a prediction of my awakening directly from the Buddha Amitabha. Having received the prediction there, may I create vast benefit for beings throughout the 10 directions with 1 billion emanations by the power of wisdom. Through even the small virtue I have accumulated by offering this prayer of the Bodhisattva practice, may all the positive aspirations of beings be fulfilled in an instant. Through creating limitless positive potential by dedicating this prayer to some other bunch of deeds, may all beings drowned in a torrent of suffering enter the presence of Amitabha. Through this king of aspirations, which is the greatest of the sublime, helping infinite wanderers in samsara, through the accomplishment of this scripture, dazzling with Samantabhadra's practice, may suffering realms be utterly emptied of all beings. Okay. So now we also have the specific dedications. So again, thinking due to all the 3-time merit accumulated by ourselves, as well as the numberless sentient beings and numberless Buddhas. Okay. So due to all that merit, may all of our holy gurus, in particular, His Holiness Dalai Lama, Lamas of Rinpoche, Gyanatri Rinpoche, Sakang, Sencha Rinpoche, Ken Rinpoche, Geshe Chuni, and Kansa Rinpoche, have long and stable lives. May all of their holy wishes be fulfilled immediately, and in particular, may we be able to carry out all the instructions and advice that our gurus have given us without error, without the slightest error, and without any hesitation on our parts. Then we also dedicate all this merit for the long and healthy lives of all of our Dharma teachers. In particular, Geshe Sherp, Geshe Zendoje, Geshe Doje Damdu, Venerable Sanke Kadro, Venerable Olivier Rossi, Venerable Tenzin Namjon, Venerable Rune Curtin, Venerable Tenzin Gachi, Venerable Tuzan Kanjo, and Venerable Tenzin Lexo, and the quick enlightenment of all of our means root institutes, kind benefactors. And may all their wishes succeed in accord with the Dharma. Then we also dedicate for all of the beings who are experiencing health obstacles, in particular, Venerable Deki, who many of you know used to volunteer at Root Institute, and her brother, Gagandeep. Okay, so yes. May all the sending beings, may those, everyone on this list, and then more generally, all the sending beings who are experiencing various illnesses, may they quickly be freed from all their health problems, and then whatever diseases are in the world, may they never occur again. And then we also dedicate for those who have recently passed away. So do all three that merit akin by ourselves, as well as the numberless sending beings and numberless Buddhas, and all those beings who recently died. In particular, Yeshe Chide, Nen Singh Rao, Ilya Chandrasekhar, Sri Nath Quinton Jones, and all the beings who are currently in the bardo, instantly be born in the Pure Land where they can achieve enlightenment. And if that's not possible, may they at least receive a perfect human rebirth, meet with a Mahayana Guru in the Mahayana Dharma, and attain enlightenment in their very next lifetime. And then we also dedicate for all the Dharma projects, particularly all the FMT projects in India, Root Institute, Tushita Meditation Center, Tushita Mahayana Meditation Center, Sarah I Am My House, Shakyamuni Buddha Clinic in Bodh Gaya, Maitreya Project, Maitreya School in Bodh Gaya, and Chokosam Ling Center in Bangalore, for they to have all the obstacles removed and be successful in their activities to benefit sentient beings and the teachings of the Buddha. Okay. So a little bit turbo at the end, but it's okay. So Nate, thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, it's very wonderful. So a little bit of advertising as well. Tuesday is Tuesday, right? Or Wednesday? When is the Saka Dawa Duchen?
Wednesday, 26th.
Oh, okay, Wednesday. So, we have only a few days left. Most of you have been joining these sessions every day. So I very much rejoice and appreciate all of your hard work. So there's only a few days left. So, let's keep up the effort. Let's keep up the courage. And then, of course, this is only 1 hour of the 24 hours in a day. So also in the rest of your time, please make effort to benefit sentient beings and practice as much as you can. Okay, so thank you very much, and we will see you very soon. Tashile, namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Venerable.